saying? I put it to, shout out my label, that's me.
Nick Newman, All 49er Sports Illustrated here. I'm joined with today by Jonas Griffith, former Indiana State linebacker, new 49er linebacker rookie, signed with the team after the draft. Jonas, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you again for being on, and congratulations on making it to the NFL and signing with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a huge accomplishment. So congratulations again on that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's good to be on here and talk football with you.
Thank you. So I want to get started. I was doing a little background on yourself earlier today, a little research, and I saw, is it true that your first year of organized football was your senior year of high school?
Yeah. Yes, sir. It was actually. And it was good, man. I enjoyed it. And I'm just happy to have this opportunity to play, man. I really didn't play until, my senior year and tried to make the most of it and stuff like that.
So what led to that late starting your senior year of high school? Did you become interested in the game of football later on, or what led to just holding off on playing the game so long?
Well, actually, I was homeschooled until my senior year of high school, so I really didn't have the opportunity to play. And parents really grew up in a religious family, and my parents didn't really allow me to play until my senior year. And that was the year they allowed me to go to a public school and just play the game I wanted to play for a while.
It seems like you really made the most of it. So that 1 year playing at the high school level, was that enough to get you a full ride scholarship to Indiana State?
Yes, sir, it was. Had a few other smaller Division I school offers, but Indiana State was the right fit. I fell in love with the coaching staff and the organization as a whole.
So that's a huge accomplishment to pick up the game of football. Was it like really your first time playing in an organized setting, any sort of rec time playing the game of football, or was that senior season during high school really the first time that you put pads on in the whole bit?
Well, I had played Pop Warner just for like a year and stuff like that. But that was a while ago, and I was kind of a little rusty, you could say. But that was.
So going throughout Indiana State, it's a smaller college. Did you get an invite to the NFL Combine?
No, I did not actually. It was different because I was thinking I was going to, but I ended up not. And so, I was looking forward to my pro day, and that obviously got shut down with COVID going on and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But did not get the opportunity, to showcase my talent at the Combine. Thought I was going to invite, that my agent was telling me, you'll probably get the invite, stuff like that, but I, didn't. So,
how did you keep your draft stock kind of rising throughout the draft process without having a formal invite to the Combine or having a pro day at Indiana State?
Oh, sorry, I don't know, but yes, it was. I had a virtual pro day, with guys videoing it, with the school's video department coming out and videoing it for me. Had my trainer run the pro day, ran me through all the drills, the 40-yard dash, the 225 bench press, the broad jump, the, everything else, vertical jump and position drills as well, just trying to do that and put it on YouTube, send it to all the scouts that I, and position coaches I had known and stuff like that, so it was just trying to do that, also just, I had a lot of like Zoom meetings with, different NFL teams and position coaches as well.
So throughout the draft process, were you in contact with the 49ers at all? And if so, what coaches were you talking with?
Yes, I was in contact with them. I talked to D'Amico Ryan, the linebacker coach. He was the one who had reached out to me. Probably he was the first one actually. And then a scout, I think it was Rubio. He had reached out to me as well. So I talked to them a lot, things like that. And I had a good relationship with Coach Ryan as well. He's a great guy, and I feel like, we had a pretty good bond. I kind of had the idea, that if I was to, play for the 49ers, it'd be through the undrafted, process, which is fine with me. But, that's what, the idea I was getting from, my talks with them.
So was Coach Ryan's the first coach that reached out to you?
On the 49ers?
Yes. Or in general?
No, actually, I had been reached out by, a couple other teams with their position coaches as well. But, I had great talks and great relationship as well with Coach Ryan. He was a great dude. I feel like we had the same values and things like that.
Going into the NFL season, this is a unique year for all rookies because of COVID-19 and the crisis that's going on in the world today. And we've kind of already touched on how this impacted your draft stock as a rookie because you didn't get to go through with your pro day. Has COVID-19 affected you as an athlete in any other way of, as far as training and being able to train with others? How have you been impacted outside of not having your pro day by the virus going around the world?
I feel like it kind of affected me for the first 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I really didn't have a place to train when I got back home, after my virtual pro day. I feel like, I was kind of just, searching. But eventually my high school coach reached out to me and was like, he can get me into the weight room, and the gym and things like that. So I can, still lift and, use the facilities, to run and, do my drills and things like that, But I feel like it has, kind of in a way, just like training with friends, guys back home, getting some work in, just not by myself, it was kind of a new approach because, usually I was, used to training with other guys, and things like that. But I feel like it wasn't that big, as it might have been on other guys, but on me, it was a okay amount.
With this shortened off season, there's no rookie camp, OTAs, anything like that. So what is your mindset going in to camp, which will hopefully take place later July, knowing that you're an undrafted free agent, and you're going to have limited opportunities, limited reps? What kind of chip are you carrying on your shoulder? What's your mindset going into camp?
I mean, I feel like my mindset just started now, like just being prepared as possible. And, just going in and doing whatever the coaches ask me to do, whether that's special teams, scout team, whatever it is. I'm just going to try to get my best, and just show these coaches that, like I belong on that, whatever it is, a 55-man roster, or whoever they're taking into the opening game.
Zoom meetings. So virtual Zoom meetings have been taking place. What has the experience been like learning the defensive playbook through Zoom virtually? How have those meetings been going with Coach Ryans?
They've been good. Zoom meetings have been really good. Just trying to pick up tendencies of, the defense, and just figure out, also get a feel for the veteran guys as well. The veteran guys in the linebacker room, it's a great linebacker room as well. A lot of the guys, they like to have fun as well. And just things like that. I feel like it hasn't been that hard to pick up the plays, because I've been doing a little extra meetings with Coach Ryan and things like that, just trying to, get a feel for it. Because like you said earlier, we don't have a rookie mini camp. We don't have OTAs, so my experience and my reps going into camp are going to be, very limited because, the season will be right up on us. So I feel like every opportunity I get, I have to make the most of it.
Jonas, if you don't mind talking about the influence of Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Quan Alexander, and being in those virtual Zoom meetings with them.
Oh, yeah, it's been a pleasure, honestly. The energy is contagious with those guys. And I feel like just being on a virtual Zoom meetings with these guys is amazing. Like, they bring so much energy and stuff like that. And I can't wait to just be with those guys, and practice with these guys, just hopefully bring as much energy as they do to the team.
Absolutely. Now, looking at your career at Indiana State, you had over 300 tackles, double-digit sacks, a few interceptions. You seem pretty versatile. How do you see yourself fitting into the 49ers defense? Which linebacking position do you see yourself playing, or has the coaching staff talked to you about how they see you fitting into the defense?
They have. They've put me at Mike, and I feel like that's perfect for me. I feel like I can play, honestly, any one of the linebacker positions, just feel comfortable with my skill set as a whole, first of all. But, they put me at Mike, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Learning from guys like, and watching guys like Fred Warner, in film and things like that. And, these guys, he does a lot of things right, so just trying to, copy off what he does, and just, hopefully get in that position.
Looking around at the 49ers, other linebackers, or even if you look at their entire linebacking corps, you have Quan Alexander, who was a 4th-round pick, Fred Warner, 3rd-round pick, Dre Greenlaw, 5th-round pick, and then there's a lot of guys that went in the 7th round or undrafted like yourself, like Aziz Al-Shaair, who made the roster last year, Mark Nzacha, Joe Walker. There's a whole bunch of linebackers that were undrafted free agents or 7th-round picks. What kind of inspiration does that provide you, knowing that you have teammates at your position that walked a similar path?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's just the organization as a whole. I feel like they give everyone an equal opportunity, and that's just something else that me and my agent had looked into, just the 49ers organization as a whole. I feel like they give guys a fighting chance, just to show what they are, capable of. And I feel like it doesn't matter if you're a 1st rounder or undrafted. Like, they'll give you if you can play, you can play. And I feel like, that's what that's what I love about the organization.
Earlier, you touched on your willingness to play special teams. So many times, undrafted rookies, they have to prove themselves on special teams and show that they're good special teams players. So what is your experience playing special teams? Did you play special teams at all at Indiana State?
Yes, I did. Actually, for all 4 years, I was actually the special teams captain for my redshirt sophomore and my junior year at Indiana State. So I take a lot of pride in special teams. As a whole, I was the personal protector on punt, and then I was on kickoff and punt return as well. So I love special teams, and I feel like that's a very pivotal part of the game, and I feel like I can help, special teams. They obviously have great special teams, as it is, but hopefully I can just come in and help in any way possible on special teams.
You did not have the opportunity to have your pro day or a combine, but you said that you had the virtual pro day. So what were your combine numbers or your virtual pro day numbers as far as the 40-yard dash and the bench press reps go? What kind of speed do you have?
My speed, I like to think I'm a fast guy.
Yeah.
But my speed in the pro day was like a 4.62. And then the second was a 4.63. And I during testing I had hit 4.5, on multiple occasions. But so I feel like I was a little rusty that day. It was on short notice, but
yeah.
And then my I bench pressed 225. I did it 27 times, which I feel like I could have got it 30. But I didn't have as much time to train. All the gyms got shut down and stuff like that. Yeah. And then my broad jump was 10.7 and my vertical was 36. Yeah.
So you got the athletic ability because what you're about 6'3", 6'4"?
6'3".
6'3", around 245.
No, sir. I've actually cut. I've been talking to Coach Ryan, and we've just been discussing the way that NFL linebackers are. He want me to cut a little bit, so I'm about 235 now. 235,
and you're
yes,
running
sir.
that 4.5, 4.6 range. So you certainly have the speed to be able to get all over the field. Let's talk a little bit about your background. So where are you from, Jonas?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. Big
Yes,
Louisville, a lot of college basketball success. You a basketball fan at all?
Yeah, actually, I grew up being a big Louisville fan, stuff like that. Didn't really like Kentucky, because they were big rivals. But I was a big Louisville fan, growing up and things like that, because they do take their basketball seriously here.
And of course, so being from that side of the country, have you visited the Bay Area at all?
No, I've not. So, it's going to all be new to me. I'm excited to get out there, but I feel like it's going to be a different culture in a good way, and things like that.
What are you looking forward most about coming to the Bay Area?
I mean, I feel like most of all, I'm just looking forward to just getting out there with the team, and just working out with them, and just getting ready to, hopefully go for a Super Bowl run, win it this time. But also, I'm excited to, check out the food and stuff like that. I heard they got some pretty good food out there, so.
Yeah, we do. We have good food out here. Football team, did you have a favorite football team growing up or a favorite football player?
I did. I like Ray Lewis, and I like the Rams. So, yeah, I like Rams. They're in St. Louis.
Okay, so you don't like the LA Rams, you like the St. Louis Rams.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Like when they switched to LA, I went to the Packers. I switched to the Packers.
Okay.
But
yes, so Ray Lewis was your favorite player. Do you try to model your game after Ray Lewis at all, or did he influence how you play the game of football?
I mean, yeah, just his passion and his work ethic, as a whole. He worked very hard off the field, and I feel like he did everything the right way, and I feel like it correlated to on the field, his success on the field. Like he was a film junkie, he was a weight room junkie, he did all the right things and worked his tail off.
Pre-game, what kind of music are you listening to pre-game?
Pre-game, I'm probably listening to some not some crazy jams, but some vibes, man, some Frank Ocean.
Okay, there you go, Frank Ocean,
things like that, man.
There you go. All right, Jonas, thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it again. I'm Nick Newman, All 49ers Sports Illustrated, joined by 49ers undrafted rookie Jonas Griffith of Indiana State, plays the linebacker position. Jonas, best of luck to you moving forward and making the 49ers final 53-man roster. I appreciate you being on.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm saying I put it up. Shout out my label, that's me. I'm a hustle to my last, should've never doubted him. The